All right, we are reviewing equivalent fractions, and part of equivalent fractions is multiplying and knowing our multiples, and that's what we've practiced already. On this page, on page 68, I'm just going to practice with you the odd numbers. If you want to do more than that, of course, you're welcome to do that, but I'm only going to require you doing the odd numbered problems. I circled those on my page. If you wanted to circle them on yours, you can do that as well. And let me zoom in so that we can see these better. This is very simple skill from elementary school, but I want to talk about it because it will be on your test on Friday, or if we don't get to it on Friday, maybe Monday. Okay, when we're trying to find this missing number, we have to decide in the given denominator. They give you the 10, they give you that number. They didn't give you the numerator. So what would you do to the 2 to get to 10? You would take it times 5. It's either going to be multiply or divide, one or the other, not add or subtract. Well, they multiply it by 5. And you were taught in elementary school that to keep that balanced, whatever you do in the denominator, you will also do that to the numerator. So what is 1 times 5? It's 5. So 1/2 is equal to 5/10. And one thing that you can do to check that, to see if you got it correct, is you can cross multiply. So I'm going to take 2 times 5. What does that make? 10. And 10 times 1 is what? 10. And those are the same cross products, so that means that your answer that you got, that 5, is correct. Yay! All right, let's go to number 3. On number 3, how do you get from 8 to 24? You'd have to take it times what? Times 3. So that means we're going to multiply 7 times 3. And what does that make? 7 times 3 is what? 21. All right, let's look at number 5. Number 5, we would start in the numerator, but we're missing a number, so we have to look at the denominator. 10 to 40. How would we get from 10 to 40? Well, you'd have to take 10 times 4. Now what happens? You go up to the numerator and you keep it balanced by multiplying it by 4. 1 times 4 is what? 4. That's the answer for that numerator. Okay, let's go up to number 7. If you want to work the rest of these without me talking, you are welcome to. You may pause it and work the rest of these, and I'm going to keep teaching for those that need more support. 8 times what equals 32? 8 times 4. So that means that we multiply the numerator by 4. 1 times 4 is 4. So that means that that would be 4 over 32. Okay, the next one, 6 times what is 36? 6 times 6. Okay, so then what do we do with the denominator? We take 7 times 6. What will that make? 42. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 more examples and then you're going to finish the rest of this side on your own. No, I think I'm just going to give you one more example. Oh, look, I did one that we didn't require. All right, I'll do 2 more. 12 times what is 24? 12 times 2. So you're going to do the numerator. 5 times 2 is 10. Notice the numerator and the denominator, you're multiplying it by the same thing. Here's a bigger number. 9 times what equals 81? 9 times 9. So 2 times 9 is 18. And there's your answer. Okay, you can do number 13, 15, and 17 on your own. And then let's look at the back side of that worksheet. Why won't that get bigger? Okay, the next set of problems on the back side, you are changing these fractions into mixed numbers. And when you look at them, notice that on each one of them, the top number, the numerator, is bigger than the denominator, and that's what an improper fraction is. It is a fraction that has a bigger numerator than the denominator. So to turn it into a mixed number, you're going to divide it, and it's always the numerator divided by the denominator, like that. And then how many times does 20 go into 75? Goes in there 3 times. 3 times 20 is 60. And then your leftovers are 15, and it's 15 out of 20. Now the next thing you have to do is simplify that. 15 and 20 have a common factor. If you look at the T-chart for 15 and the T-chart for 20, you see that they have a common factor of 5. So we're going to simplify that by 5, and that makes 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So our answer altogether is 3 and 3/4. You'll need to recognize fractions that need to be simplified. Okay, I'm going to help you with number 2. This time, let's simplify it before we divide it to make the mixed number. So I'm going to look at my T-chart for 42 and my T-chart for 24. What's a factor that they have in common? One of the numbers that is on both T-charts is the number 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. If you have trouble finding that other number, look at the T-chart. It's on the other side. And then 24 divided by 6 is 4. And now, that is my still improper fraction. So I'm going to divide numerator divided by denominator. 4 goes into 7 one time. And I'm going to have 3 leftovers. So that's 3/4. Okay, the last one I'm going to help you with is 35/6. If you look at 35 and you look at 6, they don't have a common factor on the T-chart. So I'm going to go ahead and just divide it like that. 6 goes into 35 5 times, and I have 5 left over. And so that's 5 out of 6 that I'm trying to make. Okay. One thing that a student taught me one year, and it's always stuck with me, and I've taught it to some kids and they really like it, is to help you remember what the fraction is like. Do a backwards, draw a check mark backwards, starting at the top. 3 and 15/20. 1 and 3/4. 5 and 5/6. And that really stuck with some of my students, and I hope that helps you too. Your job now is to do number 4, 5, and 6 on your own. The last set of problems is 7 through 15, and this is where we take a mixed number and change it into an improper fraction. And a lot of times your teachers drew this arrow like that. Maybe that helps you remember that you start at the denominator and you take it times the whole number. 6 times 6 is 36, and then plus 1 is 37. And that is your numerator. And the nice thing about this is that you do not have to do anything to the denominator. It stays the same. 37/6. Okay, let's look at number 8. Number 8, start at the denominator and work your way around. 10 times 4 is 40. And then plus 3 makes 43. And what goes in the denominator? The same number that was in it before, 10. Number 9. Start at the denominator. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15, and that's 15/8. These are a lot of fun because they're pretty simple, if you know your multiplication facts. Okay, I'm going to help you with number 10 and 11, and then you're on your own. Alright, I draw that there to help me remember I start at the bottom, at the denominator. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 3 is 38. That's my numerator. 7 is my denominator. The last one I'm going to do with you. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 3 is 48. That's my numerator. My denominator stays the same, 48/5. Okay, do the rest on your own.